Hi everyone. So, you can't hear it, but you can see that Into the Unknown is just ending. Don't mind, I've got my wee charger thing stuck to it because I thought that would be easier if I need to pick up the phone than pulling it out of the charger. Right, so, got a big pile of Picard. In fact, I'm going to need to turn it up a bit so I can actually hear it. In case it's important, because we know it's going to be. Right, so, if you're new around here, everything I do is channeling, everything I do is healing. I'm a medium, I'm a shaman, I weave astrology and everything I do, light code activations, lots of other shit that I've, again, hypnotherapist, life coach, counsellor, I think I just got it all, but yeah, and primarily all of that is used to help twin flames. So if I could only get that out every time, that succinctly, that would be my elevator pitch, wouldn't it? Or whatever you call it, your intro. But mine changes every time. So I'm getting a crazy amount of downloads. It's, oh god, I feel it's because it's the new moon in Capricorn, which is about work, career, your calling, time, karma. Oh, that's really interesting. I don't know if you know that song, but I really like it. It's really catchy. She's all I want to be, but that gives you an indication of what kind of shit might come up in this. That reminds me of like karmics, or like a divine feminine, be like, questioning like, well, what the fuck's wrong with me that you're chasing all these darts? Do you know what I mean? Not everyone's going to be a tart, but you know what I'm saying. That is what came out my mouth. It's probably because I got. It's so funny. Like, so anyway, this has all got something to do with that. I am. And by the way, can I just say that when I'm channeling things, these views are not my own. Sometimes I do agree with them though, but you know what I mean? It's like, because if that was coming from a divine feminine, that would, you know what I mean? It would be insecurity, and it would be, you need to work on yourself, because really, well, I'm going to speak for myself. Like, I'm well aware that divine masculines, whether it be mine or anyone else's, can pull good looking birds, right? But they're not the other half of his soul. You know what I'm saying? They're not that. So someone may be able to hold the attention of your twin flame for a period of time, and it might even be too long. You know, it might be a long period of time, but it won't be forever. And when you've been in these spiritual connections with someone for lifetimes, it would make sense to you if you're a twin flame, which actually brings me to so the point of that was to say that if you are somebody that does have insecurity about the kind of woman, or if you're, the kind of men, depending on who's the divine feminine, who's the divine masculine, it's not about you. That's what is important to remember. Because see, at the end of that song, right, both those girls say that's a divine feminine and a divine masculine. They end up rolling about laughing on the floor, right? I just got drawn to free, free, free instead of masters. So what it kind of tells me in that is that it's you know what I mean. It's not worth it. I have no idea. That's actually nothing to do with the downloads that I've been getting today. So that's news to me. Right. Okay. So right. Okay. I don't know what cards to clarify. What they're telling. Oh, I know. That's why they made me pick them up. This has got divine feminine and distorted feminine in it, right? Which I'm going to take. Distorted feminine could be like someone that is needing to heal, like I'm saying, insecurity. So you could be a divine feminine, but you're needing to heal because you're still thinking it's about you when it's not, right? It's about what the person needs to heal in themselves. Because they're a mirror, right? Blah blah blah. But distorted feminine, I'm also going to take could be like a karmic, right? So we'll just see if it comes out. Because again, these don't match the downloads that I was getting actually. All the downloads I was getting was about work. And so specifically just 444 angels all around. beauty school dropout. I don't know what that's got to do with it. Maybe somebody's just dropped out of uni or college or something. That's funny. But basically, or maybe you feel a failure if you think about it. I'm actually, you know what, I'm actually going to turn that down. I'll be guided to look at it, because that is making it quite hard for me to think of what I'm saying. Yeah, all the downloads that I was getting are about your work career calling, and specifically what they were saying to me is your work's complete, like, about to, like, basically, potentially, whatever I'm channeling about could change my whole audience. I don't know about my whole audience, but I feel what they're meaning is, it's like I've had a specific experience on my twin flame journey, obviously, right, which I refer to a lot. But the experience that I have had sometimes matches the people that are drawn to me for help, but sometimes it doesn't, right? Not as intensely. So that's something I don't really know how to put that in words. So, and I feel they really are wanting me to help. It's like a different collective of people. So obviously I hope that the people that have loved my stuff for years still get something out of it. But actually, yeah, if I'm honest, kind of funny, there was loads of people that followed me on Facebook that were like, you know, major #1 top fans, and they've all disappeared. Like, or maybe they haven't, you know what I mean? You might be watching on the down low, whether that's watching quietly and still loving my stuff, or watching quietly and well, in the vibration of what I was picking up yesterday, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, don't know about hater, but, you know, kind of jealousy, kind of whatever. But which again, always just, you know, to bring it back to that, would just denote whether it's someone jealous of me or you're jealous of it. It just means that you need more healing, and yeah, that's triggering. But fucking, so what? You know what I mean? I've been in these emotions too. I've just learned how to I did pull me the word mastery. Yeah, I've learned how to master them so they don't, like, overtake my life. You know what I mean? Because it is toxic. You know what I mean? So anyway, God, this is, you know what? This feels all a big eclectic mix. Oh, that's a big word. But that's what yesterday felt like. I mean, I watched yesterday back, I thought, fucking hell, you know what I mean? It was really, yeah, I found it helpful. And yeah, and I like the flow. And again, I'm not really in the business. I don't really like to stop and judge it too much, because it's them speaking through me. But that's basically what I mean, right? Is I feel there is, my intention on this new moon in Capricorn, so you think about your intentions, is that I'm going to be putting a video out every day, whether it's like an hour video or a 5-minute, 10-minute video. I'm going to be putting out a video every day. It doesn't mean I'll, like, so today is the 23rd, but it doesn't mean I'm always going to be filming on the day. I might film a few in advance, right? I might not always have the date hang there, but I do like having it, because it's all timeless. But that is quite, it's interesting for reference, isn't it? That if something did sort of go down, and then someone finds it later and like, oh my god, that did happen, you know what I mean? So, and I think that might be why they're putting this here. But yeah, anyway, they were specifically really saying that to me, is like, I was basically being told, we want you to follow our lead, and it might feel a bit weird because it might not connect with your usual audience. So whether that means people that watch on the down low, or whether that means those of you that chat quite a lot aren't going to connect with me, because that, you know what I mean, that might have already been the case for a while, but you still listen and enjoy, because you know that you can. So say, for example, if you're someone that isn't, you don't know who your twin flame is, you know, you didn't know them when you were younger, you didn't, you know, it hasn't been 10 years, 15 years, you know what I mean? Maybe you can't connect with all the other bits of what I'm saying, but you can connect with your allowing feminine energy, and you're taking action, boundaries, masculine energy. Oh, I can't show you that because that's got my background on it, but look. Teardrops reminds me, baby, of you. As I was talking about someone from your past, so either you're reminiscing about a lover from the past, and it could be a past life too. Remember, if it's somebody new, it could be a past life, or it could be both. Someone from your past and they're from past life, because I suppose that is what I said at the start. Or they're thinking of you. But again, when it's your twin flame, you're both fucking thinking each other. Right, so what do we need to know about when I said that about... What will I ask? because we'll get into the work stuff in a minute. And this is what I mean, I'm just totally going the flow because it is fun to me. This is fun to just see where it goes. And if it's not fun to you, like, listen, no hard feelings, and go and watch something else. But if you're happy to sort of come along with me for the ride and just see where this goes each day, then I'm really quite excited about this. Maybe that's why, as obviously my work, never mind, slowed down. It came to a fucking halt because I've been ill for over a month. But I feel it's also because they were preparing me for this, and it kind of, there's a deck through there that's like career transition, and by the way, I'm sure I channeled what they're telling me is happening to me. Like, I think I channeled that like a week ago, or it might have even been, I think it was days ago. I think it was like last week something. It was whenever I said your work's totally changing and shit like that, and it's been channeled to, it definitely has been channeled to me before as well from a few people. I'm not so sure if it was like this year or last year, but I think it has, actually it has. It's definitely been channeled to me this year, but it'd probably be like at the start of the year and that. But to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff that was said to me about loads of areas of my life, kind of like almost a year ago, and some of it even longer than that. Like, a lot of it is happening now. Even the fact that I'm spending more time in my office. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Right, so and that is just, they're getting me to talk about that because that's manifestation. You set an intention, you put the work in, you do the work, like that card in that abundance deck, and then, and you let go and you focus on things that are related to your goals, but you don't obsess over it. And before you know it, the manifestations catch up. Now, I said that like it was about work as it got to 11:44, but that can go for twin flames and true love as well. But notice it's like, know what it is you want. Oh, look, there's that. There's the, how interesting, that's peeking out. Look at that, guys. I haven't even shuffled them. There's the one with the two guys. There's the one with the two guys fighting. Look. Right, I think we need to shuffle them too. I'm saying two guys, it could be two women too, but it's just, I think, we need to ask something about this, right? So, it's definitely, that's what it is. It's definitely like, because the passion is rising, and because, there is hanged, I didn't even show these hanged man moments, women moments, basically where someone's pausing for reflection. It's like the passion is burning. I'm just seeing all the orange, like this fire, the arrow is burning for these two twins, if you connect with this. But there are opponents, there's like people that want to come in. And again, now this has already happened on a lot of people's journey several times, but it is sort of occurring to me, like with Christmas parties and all that, and going out and getting drunk, and again, you might, I don't know about long past all that, but you might just be over it, because I'm over it, but not everyone is, do you know what I mean? So there's something. So again, this is what I mean, like that, I'm not even connecting with that. So, but it's, which is, a lot of the time, not every day, but it's a lot of the time I can sort of connect with something, but it's, anyway, let's right. So what do we need to know about, what do we need to know about where the Divine Feminine Collective's at, right? Maturity, look, so there's a maturing going on, and that's interesting, because remember in the one yesterday I did say that I was recognising where like me and him were really immature, like just with like everything basically, but without, it's, I'm not judging it. It's like I'm passing a judgment which is true about the two of us, because we mirror each other, but it's just about that's how it was meant to be in my dynamic. Do you know what I mean? In our dynamic, it was like we've met when we were young, so that we can, it can spark that fire. God, like I want to grow into being the best woman that I can be, the best man that I can be for that person. That's what I feel happens with your twin flame. You inspire them to be the best version of themselves, but you have to go into separation for that to happen. Oh, that got to 1441 when I said that. Mirrored numbers, mirrored. I mean, that was nice. Do you mean, so it's, it's the maturity of the soul has to happen, and it's like, look, this is someone's guide helping them mature. So this is like, again, I'm connected with this. Is like, look, this is like one of my guides who actually does come through like that. It like telling me what to write down to help use, or telling me what to say because of everything. Look, this is all the knowledge and that I've acquired. Oh my god, that's fascinating. Right, okay. So there you go. I did connect with that bit of the read. So where's the divine masculine collective at, regardless of gender? To go with that same feminine inner peace. Well, they're working on, look, it says you are enough. Working on doing their best to feel enough. And look, it's, oh god, that's mental. Look, I am enough. But it's like, look, if this is you, or if this is your twin, it's like, they may be journaling. Because journaling's powerful. Again, I go through phases. It's quite funny because it's like I actually was just buying a journal there. I hadn't bought it yet, but it's in my basket, and it's kind of like, but again, I'm always buying diaries and journals. I've got too many, but you know what I mean? It's, yeah, there's something around like working on worthiness, and you know, it may have something to do with where it is in your chart, or if you've got a North Node in Taurus, that is about valuing yourself, self-worth. What's in the bottom? Reparenting yourself. So both twins in this dynamic are reparenting themselves. So the things that they've recognised as they've matured, regardless of your age, because it's about the soul maturing, that again, it's like, you know, I know for myself, it's like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to act like that, or why did I act like that in the past? And it's kind of, it's about just reflecting on, I wonder where that comes from, and then correcting it to be how you do want to be. So you know what I mean, without kind of making it wrong, if that makes it look. And then look, that builds connection. And again, I'm being drawn to the champagne glasses in the letter, so I feel this is a message. Whoever this is for today, this is about someone wants to ask you out for a drink, or they want to celebrate, or they want, but that's a message. I mean, it could be a Christmas card, I suppose, but it's like, you know what I mean, it's some type of connection building there. And again, I feel these twins really connect with music, and then that would make sense why they were making, because I don't listen to Spotify every day. I go through phases, sometimes I do, and it's like they're really making me, oh my god, they were just throwing so many, specifically, I didn't show it. It's because like if the phone's locked, it's on my niece's. Look, could you please remind me, right, the words, because I forgot her song, Thought I Was Alone, would you please remind me? There's a bit that's like, it's something like, I needed the time to find me, I made a mistake and I'm sorry. So, wait a minute. Yeah, here it is, look. I needed the time to find me, I made a mistake and I'm sorry. If we try this again, I promise I'll never leave. There was something, well, you can never make promises like that because you just don't know, but anyway, you know what I mean. There was something good we lost along the way, and the melody is just not quite the same. I can't sing. Yeah, and it's basically like, sorry, I fucked you over. Actually, would you please remind me? It's like that's what they were trying to say. Remember, it's basically right. This is why it's a mixture of, I can spot when someone isn't really truly getting this twin flame journey, or they're not, or they just aren't one, you know, and they've maybe felt it one. Anyway, and again, this is opposite when I get guided to observe elsewhere on the platform. And you'll hear any true twin flame sort of saying that, and maybe even quite sassy like what I do. There aren't a lot of genuine true twin flames, and there aren't a lot of genuine true twin flame teachers, in my opinion. Because it's a hard job, right? And you have to grow into it and build into it, which is what this new moon in Capricorn's about, which is what Saturn's about, and I've got Saturn in Scorpio, bitch, so I know what the long game's about for many fucking reasons in every area of my life, let me fucking tell you. So, and sorry about the bitch at the end of that, it's just like, for, what do you call it, hyperbole, exaggeration to add to the effect. Anyway, so, what they were saying to me was, when you're asleep, right? So in some of these twin flame connections, well, not some of them, fucking all of them, someone has been like, yes, they will have had an awareness of who you are, and that there's a very strong sexual connection, definitely, and even a fondness, and yes, even like a deep love, an unconditional love, because that's what twin flames are, if it's your twin flame. So if you're not connecting with this, you got to question whether that person is your twin flame, right? But so let's talk about these two, right? So say like she was asleep to the, because they were talking to me about when I was asleep to the connection, right? And they were specifically, and this is, it's quite funny because I know why, it's because it was I don't even know. I don't like working out how many years ago because it just freaks me out basically. But it was while I was still asleep to the connection, is what I'm going to say, right? Because I was still hung up on someone else. But, and just to I really do need to make this fucking point known. It would be alright if that was what the case was, because my soul's maturing and everything, but I wasn't like sleeping with like loads of different people at the same time. That's basically what I'm trying to say, right? But I was hung up on someone else, right? Thought I was in love with them, and to not go into the whole big massive story, it was absolutely not. It was a trauma bond. I was being controlled. Like I always say, he was yanking my chain. You know, he'd been doing whatever the fuck he wants, and also he wasn't my boyfriend. So anyway, blah blah blah, right? So my twin flame for me was a breath of fresh air. You know, he was this hot guy that I bumped into every now and again, who then became more than just the hot stranger guy I bumped into, because you know what I mean, because we've lived with each other for years. But there was a specific night, and it was Christmas, where the other one, I'm not even going to go into the big story, but the other one's actions came to light, shit, so that might be relevant for someone. Yeah, it was like, there'd already been eye-opening moments, but this was pretty severe, and it was the end of the road, of me being under a spell and not seeing, you know, through what was happening to me, and so without going into the whole big mass story, so I found my lady balls from somewhere in quite a massive way and told the other one to get to fuck, which of course he would have obviously been like, aye, right, whatever, like, do you know what I mean? She's totally in love with me, I could do whatever I want. See what I mean? I'm describing a karmic. And again, I don't like doing this because I don't like pulling in the energy of people that it's like, listen, that's completely over. Hope that person's happy, but, you know, nothing to do with my light in any way. But it is, I have to go into this sometimes, and I really try not to. Anyway, so I put a pin in that, and like I knew that I really meant it, and other people would be like, nah, there's no way. So shit, I'm definitely saying this because I do feel it's like whoever's connecting with this story, your twin, is at that bit with someone, you know what I mean? Or they may have already moved through that, but it's like somebody that they just kept going back to, or allowing them to treat them a certain way because they thought they were in love with them, or strong feelings. But again, it was a trauma bond, you know what I mean? And it also, I feel you've definitely got links to your karmics when it's romantic like that from past lives too. So it's all very complicated, you know. In these unions, like say these two are true twin flames, right? But there's some other guy or gal, whatever the issue is, and it could even be for both people, lurking around, and it's like they've been something to, you know, this person and that person, like in a past life as well, and in every life they get in the middle of it and it doesn't happen. That's usually the common story, until that doesn't happen, until both these people have healed enough to see through that, and like that's why I say there shouldn't, you know, I don't know about shouldn't, but try not to have blame for yourself or the other, because it is all a learning journey. And yeah, you will fall into the ego of like, what the fuck did you do that for, and blah blah blah, and you know, and that hurt me and all that kind of stuff. And you wouldn't be human if you didn't, right? It makes life interesting, but don't dwell in it. Like I said, this is what came from yesterday. Don't dwell in it, because ultimately, like, look, whatever's went on, whatever karma, like, they don't give a fuck, do they? They've only got eyes for each other and they've worked it out. And that's where you and your twin flame will get to, if you allow it and you don't allow. And that's funny because it's like it's vines and stuff, but it was like, because I'm holding it far away, it looked like a Christmas tree. So again, I do feel there's some sort of reconciliation over Christmas, even if it's just a Merry Christmas message. Oh, like they've met, and then that's it, and then you don't sort of talk to them again for a few months. It's some kind of, I don't know. Right, was that enough said about that? Wait a minute, let's see if maybe the pineapple card's going to come out. Oh, get to right, I'm sorry, I'm done, I'm freaked out. See what I mean? Everything I say is something I can't actually believe. I can believe it because I saw it in my third eye. I knew that's why I picked this up. And I've got a funny picture to post at Christmas to say Merry Christmas, to do a pineapple. So I just spoiled all the surprise. But anyway, it's not really a surprise, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's why I joke about it, because pineapples are a sign of, they just pull me a pineapple in the room. It's not a real one, it's a gold one. Yeah, so there is some sort of reconciliation here, because that was the only card that was turned around the wrong way. Wow. Right, let's shuffle and see if that comes out again. Well, it won't. Well, it might come out again. From hell, if it comes out again, I'll probably scream. Right, what else do we need to know about what I was saying? Like, tell us about the, look, because loyalty again. Protection from a powerful friend. Look, and that's them too. That's you and your twin flame. This is about, it's that kind of thing where I do feel a lot of people are going to find out, like, you've been protecting each other from something, like a situation or someone, or even if it's the person isn't that's why they're making me say that, even if the person isn't conscious of it, that they were protecting you from something, on a soul level they were protecting you, even from themselves, if they've not fully healed them, not fully, but healed themselves enough, and they would hurt you, which is what I always say. I know that my twin flame, it was a lot to do with age, if we look at it from just like a ego, human base. Like, if we weren't twin flames, we were just two people that were too young to get into it. And if we had got into it young and then went through all the rigmarole that everybody else, oh look, we've met young, let's just go out, now let's just get married, let's have kids, we would have broke up. Because again, I feel, sorry, very rarely do people do that and stay together and they're happy. I know people that have done that, stay together, and aye, you know what I mean? It's like some that are not happy. So, anyway, and they just drew me to self-reflection, that card from yesterday in the manifest. Yeah, that's basically the point. For those who don't get it, is like, if you're still in a point of like, why did that person act like this? Why did it? They were asleep to the connection in some sort of way. And that is complicated and a little bit different, a little bit the same for every person. It doesn't mean they didn't have strong feelings for you, but it's like something was keeping them away, whether it was their own fear or, like I say, energies, karmic energy. It's all the way it's meant to be. Pay attention to your health, and that's what's helping whoever this is for wake up. And again, it's more than one guy, it's more than one woman, it's a collective of people. I don't know if it's your collective, but someone's noticing their health declining because they're not with their twin, but also because of the people around them. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. And the new moon in Capricorn is saying, like, listen, I'm here to kick you up the arse to look, it's like directly under that. Do you want that or not? You're going to have to put the effort in. Unsuccessful plans, or like your plans are going to go to shit. Do you know what I was getting downloads about as well? I feel there's a collective of masculines, and it's so funny the way that they told me I was in my bed, right, and I was like just sort of getting all these downloads, and then my friend who's in divine masculine energy, like messaged and had said just about how hard she's been working, and that was my confirmation that it's like, that's why a lot of people will be hearing it, again, stressing only the ones that were ready to do that, because they've slowed down and they're not working because it's Christmas. Do you know what I mean? So there's a message here about not keeping yourself so busy with work that you're using that an excuse to not take action towards things. for the ones that are ready. Right, what do we need to know about that? What I'm saying about somebody that's, you know, really basically taking all the hours they can get. Because Capricorn, remember, it's about that moolah, it's about money. And like, for instance, it's because I'm not driven, you know what I mean? It's, again, it's to do, so don't, you know, again, have your own belief system and take on your own stuff from anyone, because my relationship with money is a weird one, and the way that money comes to me, it's very serendipitous, and that's why I'm saying I feel, yeah, it's because I've not been well, but I think there's also been a halt on my finances, because it's like the people that are meant to be buying from you are not the same people, you know what I mean? It's like, it's, I can't really describe what I mean, but, and also it's the fucking shitty energy that people send at me, but again, it's a mixture, do you know what I mean? It's, but yeah, because they're telling me that the future's in your hands. It's like when something's hot, it's like you need to shake things up. And if you're bored, that's it. In the new earth, if you're bored, and there's elements of my work I have gotten bored with. But whatever I done yesterday, whether people think it was different or not, for me, I just felt a bit freer with not having some kind of. Sometimes I like doing questions and spreads, and sometimes I just like it repeat. And that's what I mean. I feel, yeah, each day I'm just going to do it differently. What do we need to know about people that maybe distract themselves with work, which they'll have their reasons for? But let's just see. Look, planning and action bits in reverse, and that's what they're saying to me. It's like someone's working hard and mapping out a way, and, you know, got all these big plans, but they're missing the point here about what really matters. Look, a consciousness, a lack, taking steps. I get what they're saying, because look, this is like a guy looking a bit sad. He's got his foot resting on a pile of books, and then there's all the coins in his heart. But it's like, look, oh my god, this is crazy. So you could be a woman too. It's like someone has like worked really hard, right? They've got all this money in their heart, but that heart has got a whole load of water and ice, right? So it's like it's frozen over, and it's stone. And it's like, this guy's, it's like this person's still feeling in lack, even though they've got all this money. So that's what I mean about that. This is fascinating. See what I mean? This is fascinating me, because that's what they were telling me, and these cards are, that's why they got me to get certain decks that never fail. I mean, after 7 years of doing this online, and like had the other 10 or whatever, more than that, years on top of that, how long I've had my cards and everything, that never fails to amaze me that they tell me, you know, it's like I need that particular card to back up what I'm saying, taking steps. And then look, this is a woman, and I was going to say that, right? You see, it's like someone maybe, it's like they're working really hard because they're wanting to have their dream home or something. Whether they've seen that or they've just got a vision of it, and that. And then, because look, she's heading towards a big castle as well. Or it's like the king and queen going to their kingdom or something. It is divine feminine, divine masculine based, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you've got to take the steps towards that part of it. That's the message. Oh, yeah. Kindred spirits. Again, look, that it's like, it's like rainbows, all the balloons, it's a celebration. Also, it's on a desert island, that looks like, so it's away from everyone. So this could even be like saving, like basically wanting to get away from everyone. And that could even just be closing the door in your house, you know what I mean? But that's what, the guys are just really wanting to give a sort of strong message about the honouring path that's in reverse. It's like, look, the spirit world are already proud of you, your guides are proud of you, you are following the honouring path now, but you're missing the mark, and you're not listening to your higher self. And look, commitment, but it's in reverse if you're overly focused on that. And look, professional assistance, it's like, look, and that's what I'm doing right now. Even though this is a free video, people can come to me and get more professional assistance tailor-made to you to see what comes out for you. Wait a minute, right, so what the heck now? Right, what does this divine masculine energy, whether it's a man, woman, or whatever they identify as, whether it's you or your what do they need to, because again, remember, this isn't going to be where every divine masculine's at, so use your discernment. What does this divine masculine need to surrender to do with the, because there's ones about working hard and blah blah blah. What is it like? I'm going to say specifically towards, what do they need to surrender to specifically towards the connection? I was going to say their work first, so let's see. Towards the connection. Oh, there's a surrender to fear and intimacy. That'll be mental if that comes out. So this is towards the connection. What do they need to surrender towards the connection? Surrender to rest and sleep. They're exhausted. This is what I've been channeling. To prevent burnout, slow down. Oh no, but that does make sense. See, that's why they made me say out loud the other question I was going to ask before I changed it. To prevent burnout, slow down, honour your need for quiet time, peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, spirit. Yeah, someone's been working really, really hard. Right, whether it's literally at their job, or if someone either doesn't have a job or they don't need to work as much, you know, they can make up their own hours. It's like they've been working hard on their spiritual journey. They're exhausted, you know, getting all the downloads, just their eyes being opened spiritually. It's like darn it, soul awakenings, you know, it's scary and it's exhausting, and that's why they're slowing down at Christmas. But some divine masters may be slowing down at Christmas, and they, you know, there's going to be none of that, because they need to just rest and sleep and spend time with kids whenever people got kids, or spend time with family, or, you know, just be alone. But for some, they're still exhausted and burnt out, but they want to rest with you. or whatever, you know, whatever lovers do. That's a song. Let me dive into the ocean. Talk to me like lovers do. That's hilarious. Right. And there's telling me one more to go with what I asked. Yeah, and this surrender, it makes it surrender defensiveness. But again, it's like someone or you may be defensive about everything, you know, like whatever's going on in this person's life, they might not want to talk about all. Like they want to connect with the twin, you, or you want to connect with your twin, but it's like there's a definite raw energy around this. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So it's about divine masculine energies needing to not be on the defensive when they go towards a twin. And I mean, of course, that, again, I would even go as far as to say, if someone is really in that kind of warrior mode, because that's what they've been used to with karmic, family, friends, lovers, ex-lovers, you know, whatever, then, you know, maybe take a bit of that time out to heal that before, because it's not gonna it's not starting things off on the best foot. But I don't feel that is what these particular masculines would be coming forward with. It's just a bit sensitive is what I'm saying. But this is also a message to divine feminines to, you know, hear someone out. And oh, that's why they got me to post the empathy thing, you know what I mean? Like, before you jump to conclusions, like, listen, basically. Surrender to creativity, and I feel that's about, like, people that it doesn't, you know what I mean, that it's like you're having to follow your calling, because right now you're not at the physical union bit. So what the people at that bit need to know as well, because you'll identify where you're at, and again, this might not even be for you. Surrender low self. Oh look, and then that matches with the song about insecurity. Surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention, identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Yeah, that does make sense with the song. And surrender to miracles. be open to, and also for divine masculines that connect with that, you know what I mean? It's because, again, you mirror one another. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Again, that's what I'm in the business of doing as a hypnotherapist and all the other things that I am. It's about believing in miracles, and this is also screaming new earth energy to me, and also full moon. So the full moon in Cancer is 2 weeks from now. That's about family, soul family. It's about home, and your twin flame feels like home. So lots happening between now and that full moon in Cancer. Right. I don't know really what else to... Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what song's on. Oh. I'm standing here naked. I've got my jammies on. Giving all I can, but all you ever do is mess it up. Well, that's harsh. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm trying to make it clear. Getting half of you just saying, I'm not gonna wait until you're done pretending you don't need anyone. Can't sing, it's too high, but also my voice is fading. So my voice is fading, might have something to do with it. Yeah, you know what I mean? That bit, basically, that song's about being vulnerable. And it's interesting that it's the man saying it to the woman. See, it doesn't matter about gender. He's the one in the divine feminine. Oh, God, and now it's went on to give me love like that. Someone's going to... There's drunk messages. Oh, of course, it's drunk messages at Christmas. And Mercury retrograde coming. It's not everyone, but it is someone's. It's quite a few people's, actually. Maybe tonight I'll call you after my blood turns into alcohol. No, I just want to hold you. Give it. Yeah. Anyway, you get it. That's interesting that I chose to look right at that moment, though, because it's very fitting. And sorry about the singing, because I can't sing for the majority of it. Some songs I can sing alright, but it's also my voice is fading. But again, I don't claim to be a singer, they just make me sing. Didn't ask anything. Nurture. Look, I am the divine feminine, and I'm just being random as divine feminine does. This is the Empress. What do we... Oh yeah, it's probably because we just spoke a lot about the divine masculine. What do we need to know about the divine feminine then? What's going on for her? Awaiting results. That's fucking jokes. Well, yes, and again, full moon in Cancer. Divine feminines are awaiting results. I don't think we need to point out what about, but yeah, they're waiting to see. Oh, somebody could be waiting on a pregnancy test as well. And for some that might be like the Immaculate Conception, because you've not had sex for years because you're celibate. That is where a lot of divine feminines are. So, but again, this could be for some divine feminines that are already in union, but it's like, yeah, obviously what you're waiting on is this guy. Or woman, if you're a man. Or it could be 2 men, it could be 2 women, but she's waiting on him. And when I say waiting, what I mean is she's giving 0 fucks. She's just loving life and her creativity and waiting to see what happens next. You know what I mean? What do we need to know about this waiting on results? Oh my God. Coming together. So yes, that is the 2 of Cups, I believe, and trust, but it's the Fool in reverse. So it's like, look, it's hanging by a thread kind of trust, leap of faith. That's what the divine feminines do. But it's like she knows, or you know, or he knows, or whatever. The divine feminine knows there is a coming together, a merging. Therefore, the physical union comes about when it's meant to. And quite soon for some. And I'm not going to say anything else about that card because it does make me laugh. It makes me laugh when other people pull it too. Oh, because people get the giggles. Detach. Yeah. Oh, well, this is fucking... See what I mean? I'm glad I trusted my guides to do that like I always do, because it's like just detach, right? All of that shit's happening. You don't get to know when. For some people it's Christmas miracles, and a Christmas miracle might just be in the case of Merry Christmas and you don't fucking hear from them again for 6 months. And trust me, on this journey that would be better than any kind of present for a lot of divine feminines. And obviously anything more than that's going to feel like dream, but just look, detach and release, just release. That could also mean something else. But look, again, it's like transformation. The divine, this is like a divine feminine is detaching, and this guy's going through, look, she's sending him peace. So when I'm saying him and her, just fucking use your common sense, right? That's what's on the cards. Make it whatever fits for you. 13th November could be somebody's birthday or a significant date or something. I'm being drawn to that. But yeah, it's like this guy's been cracked open by life. It reminds me of that picture that I posted. So go and see in the community tab where the guy's on the beach. Like sometimes you have to have basically everything taken away from you to realise what matters. Right, tell us one more thing that we need to know about this Twin Flame Collective today. Open up. Let me see beneath your beautiful tonight. She looks like she's about to do a dance or something. But so maybe somebody does some kind of yoga pose that points to the sun or something. Sun's divine masculine too. But yeah, open up. It's like, look, these two need to open up to one another. And then that makes sense why the Naked song was on. Oh my god. There's I just thought about that. There's actually loads of innuendos, isn't there? Fucking hell, naked, open up, coming together. Oh my god, this is hilarious. But again, this is why you have to detach, because some, I mean, I'm not laughing at that, I'm laughing at the innuendos obviously, but it's like some divine masculines are in sadness and isolation. But this is what is the mystery of it. Like on this journey, you don't get to know whether someone's still in that or whether they've actually just had their Phoenix Rising moment, because that was a card that they pulled me to before I started filming. It might still be here. Yes, it is. It's there. Look, here's one I prepared earlier. Someone's having a Phoenix Rising moment. So I guess that's the surprise bit that I channeled a few days ago or last week. What's this one? Yeah, look, someone's spreading their wings and changing their focus. Right, they're not going to tell us any more than that. It's letting letting the love flow, guarding their heart, that's the defensiveness, but grounding it into the physical, observing, just breathe. But anxiety or worry for both, I feel, picking up on each other. Right, what do we need to know about the Divine Feminine Ascension? I haven't used these cards for ages. Babes, you and oh my! They make extra wow moments happen so that I publish it. By the way, in case there was anything that was like making me not work, because then I feel guilty and I do it. Look, full moon again. There's so much. Right, listen. There's so much happening around that full moon Cancer. Beige and Divine Feminine Light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. So that's what's happening in Divine Feminine. She's really, really in Divine Feminine energy. And the Divine Masculine. Oh, that nearly jumped. What does the Divine Masculine connect with this really need to hear? See, grounding, earth, sorry, I don't like when I say sea, but root chakra, that's what I just got drawn in the last deck. Clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. And look how stuck the Divine Masculines have been, basically, I was about to say for months, but all year. Maybe not at certain points when they were distracted. You can move forward in life. So if this is you, it's like you're finally feeling like you can move forward now. With a bit of passion and fire, let's get the tarot and see if the old King of Wands turns up. Burns up lower energies. Oh, that's saying the same thing. Burns up lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined, inspired, clear your soul pathway. I fucking love it, guys. Right, tell us about what something to... I'm going to... Yeah, it has that masculine collective, or a masculine collective, because again, it's annoying for everyone. We don't always exactly know who that's going to be applying to. Obviously you can feel if it applies to you, but you won't always know if it's your twin. You've really got a pretty good idea. Depends how tuned in you are to the... I'd say everyone that is a true twin flame has a good idea. Right. Are they in that King of Wands, Ace of Wands, fiery energy, feeling that new moon in Capricorn, wanting to take action towards an investment? Because you see, that's what they're saying, is some will be doing that, but it's not to do with the twin. Like it will, you know, some will be, it will be like long-term investments for the relationship, but it's like, like divine femmes won't get to know about that till further down the line. And again, it's people working on their money and wanting to come in as that divine masculine energy, and that's why I'm huffing and puffing. It's annoying, right? I mean, it's annoying when I'm helping people. it's just annoying, isn't it? But it's what I'm saying. It's annoying if you don't care and you are somebody that's like, look, I just want to fucking see you. I couldn't care whether you've got loads of money or not. Do you know what I mean? Just fucking hurry up. I think I just channeled the divine feminine there. But it's like, it's about respect, and it's about how people want to do things. But again, also there's just so many other factors that are getting in the way for some people. Like what else do you know? Like what if it's not that someone just wants to be secure in themselves, right? What are the issues? Is there any issues? Look, yeah, that was a two-faced friend. The cat card it's a two-faced friend because it's got two cats on it. Heartache over what you no longer have. Yeah, look, this divine masculine collective, it's just they're still completely heartbroken over waking up to the connection and how they have how they've behaved, you know, like, and I feel for sure it is just the turning their back on the connection, basically, you know, like the physical self when they were asleep to the connection. Because remember, the higher self's always connected. That's why I said the other day, and it was quite funny when I said that. Like, who gives a fuck what the higher self's doing when the actual self's like fucking nowhere to be seen and they're no wanting to talk? Do you know what I mean? And I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. You know what I mean? It's after fucking tuning into these fucking videos for like years on end, and then look, there's one on the floor. Let's see what it says. One on the floor. Someone's on the floor. Time to go out and have some fun, but they're not going to be for long. Look, someone's having a Phoenix Rising moment. They're going to. It's that guy that's like, "Do you want to go and dance?" And people are like, "No, fucking don't. Just get the kettle on." Let's start dancing in the living room. But some of you will want to go out and party. You know what I mean? Or wait until you feel like it. But all jokes aside, that will be literal for some people, but it's just working through those feelings. And what else is a block? Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. But it's like, yes, this masculine's battling their ego and their pride. Pay attention to your finances and watching the pennies. Yeah. But what makes them happy is you, if you're the divine feminine, or what makes you happy is your divine feminine. But you just don't, oh look, you just don't want the plans to fail. Remember, the plans are in the very unsuccessful plans. So you're putting in a lot of effort to make sure everything goes to plan. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. But look, this is what I'm saying about the messages are a little bit different. It's kind of samey though, isn't it? I'm always here helping divine masculines, but again, it does feel slightly, anyway, whatever. It is what it is. But it's like, this is a message from Spirit that, or God, or whatever you call it, is the negative forces are beyond your control. You're protected from them. this has been spell work and negativity that's been affecting someone. Like, remember that is someone warping your mind. It's not always all the kind of voodoo, kind of spiritual aspect. But that is very real. I know lots of you know that, or you should fucking know that if you're hanging around here. It is real. I mean, for Christ's sake, I am a shaman. Do you know what I mean? Go and Google what a shaman is. And I'm not just fucking calling myself a shaman. I've actually put in, you know what I mean? I've put in the time, the effort, the years to own that title. Victory in some endeavour. Yeah, so you're going to be victorious with your twin flame. And the reconciliation. Right, okay, I think it's done here. Whoever this is for. This is by no means a full deck, but we've grabbed my hands to it. What else does this person do about that? Openness, yeah. Open up and openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationship. Someone's just going to get this feeling that they need to move towards a connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. Look deep within your emotions, because it's just overwhelming emotion. Having sensible boundaries is important, but they're just being careful about how they come forward. Because they already know that you're the one. You've already met the romantic partner. You see, it's not for everyone, but it's for someone. Right, okay, now I want to use the tarot. What do we need to know then about the passionate ones that are ready to go forward, and we'll live vicariously through this story? Because I know some of you... Oh, that's the 1111. Because again, I'm just going to call a spade a spade. Lots of readers wouldn't do this. I know you're thinking this is me. I'm telling you, it fucking isn't, right? Because I've been doing this since the summer. And sometimes I even thought that was me. And let me fucking tell you, my masculine was not coming towards me. At that point, he was in... Yeah, anyway, but look, so it's like someone's been in indecision. They've not been able to see the wood for the trees and whatever. But remember, I was asking about, and there is a reconciliation, a union. Someone's balanced their emotions. Chariot coming in fast. Telling you their secrets. Feeling hopeful and optimistic. Because they feel on the outside of your life right now, putting very, very difficult, challenging, big changes behind them. And again, it's like reminiscing. Again, it could be from childhood, it could be from when you're younger, but reminiscing about the twin, the past, with fond memories. And Mercury retrograde will only make that worse for ones that aren't going towards their twin. And I'm ready to be the divine masculine. So yeah, we were absolutely picking up on someone, a divine masculine, that was ready to be divine masculine and ready to move on to calmer waters. Right, I do feel it is done now, because I want to go and get a cup of coffee, and I want to actually properly tidy up all these cards, because it's like a bombs went off. So bear in mind, everything I say has meaning, because when I just said it's like a bombs went off, it reminds me of the Tower card. It's like whatever someone's been putting off, like me tidying up the areas of my house I need to tidy up, the cards, basically it's the cards. It's time to do it now. So, and I'm not just talking about my cards, it's someone's feeling it's time to do something. And a word, resilience, yeah. And again, it's like, you know, it's, you're needing to be strong, you're needing to find the courage to move on. Again, I just feel like everyone feels like this at this time. I mean, I know lots of people love Christmas and everything, but it's not... Well, I've got a complicated relationship with Christmas. I typically always hated it. Oh, this is why they make me talk about Christmas, because I started fucking saying all that shit about that night that someone upset me, and then I never finished the story, which was just basically that the next night I picked myself up and went out after being heartbroken, and it was like the seas parted. I was in this other club, and the seas parted, and there was my twin flame, and he was... You know when someone does that with their finger? It was like he was... And it's just hilarious. It reminds me of that moment in Dirty Dancing when Patrick Swayze does that. This is true, I'm not making it up. And I was like, fucking hell, I said to my pals, like, what's he doing here? Fucking hello, Merry Christmas. And it was a Merry Christmas, let me fucking tell you. It was another one of them Christmases where he was running back to kiss me, and we were like fucking we were like that lovers cut, we were star-crossed lovers. Again, and remember, this was long before I had, long before either of us had awakened. Oh, it reached an hour there, new beginnings. Long before either of us had, why am I shuffling these cards? Long before either of us had actually awakened to what we were. And again, you might still know. I know that I crossed the line with you. Oh, this card's fucking nippy. I know it's a distraction for your pain. I wish I'd treated you better. Not sure if I could use you. Time for me to heal now. Right, I can't be bothered. Oh god, there's that. I'm not available. Just to throw a spanner in the works about. That's why you got to keep detaching. Because Divine Feminines aren't really they're not interested in Divine Masculines until they're free of that. And the thing is, someone wouldn't be a Divine Masculine yet if they were going to drag you into that. That's why Divine Masculines stay away until they've sorted that, basically. I'm afraid to contact you. I feel you even though we're apart. Right, anyway. Definitely going now. Yeah, see you later. Bye.